if you have that 3.1,
Pardon?
if you have the 3.11 version, is there a way it can be updated, or we must just uninstall and install the 3.12?
I think the best way is to uninstall, because you'll have when you update, it will not delete the old version. So instead of having a lot of process, for example, to change the interpreter, so I think that the best way is just to uninstall and then install the latest one, because you might have issues changing the interpreter and all that. But if you only have one version on your system, then it will not have a lot of issues on your end, though that it doesn't have any issues. But then if you are using Python 3.11, it is still fine. It is still fine. It will work. It will still work. But at your free time, make sure that you can uninstall, then install the latest version, so that we may be on the same page, though it won't have any issues.
Okay, so it's okay.
All right, great. So, any question? Because I want us to install the notebook. Basically, in Python, like if you are a developer, for example, if you are learning Python or any other language, you won't be writing the code on a Word. There are special editors where you use it to write your codes. You use it to write your code, and one of them being Visual Studio Code, which is most popular. But we also have others like Notepad++. We have PyCharm for Python. We have R Studio, for example. If you're using R Studio, it is strictly for R. And then if you're using we have also brackets, atom, and many others. But because this one I want, because we are focusing on data science, then the best tool to use is Jupyter Notebook. So I'm going to show you how you can install the Jupyter Notebook, and then I will be using that notebook now to write our Python programs. Our Python programs. So I want to know if everyone is okay, so that we may go to the next step. Any question, perhaps? Vincent, do you have a question?
Okay, I'm good.
Uh, Mwangi, do you have a question?
No, for me, I'm okay.
Oh, so oh yeah, okay. So I think there are two people, two Mwangi. Is it, or I'm seeing my things? Also, we have okay, Daniel has stopped, and let me see another person here. Eunice, do you have a question? You okay?
No, I'm okay.
And then another person that I have not mentioned the name. Great. So let me assume that you are good. Then now the next thing that we want to do is to install now the notebook, Jupyter Notebook. Remember, I told you earlier that when you install Python, it will come with some packages, which are very useful. And one of them that I told you is the Python package manager called PIP, which you can now use to install Python modules. Like Jupyter Notebook is a Python library. NumPy is also a Python library. You can use Jupyter Notebook, the PIP to install those packages and so forth. So now you can just open your command line tool. Actually, I want to be doing things afresh so that you can familiarize with the process. So you search for your terminal or a command line tool. Mine is here already. And then what you want to do is to type PIP in small case, PIP install space notebook. It is PIP space install notebook. Basically, it's going to install Jupyter Notebook, but you write pip install notebook. You don't write Jupyter Notebook. You just write pip install notebook. So this way, it's going to install it system-wide. It's going to install this notebook system-wide in your C drive. So then you just hit enter. Then it's going to install that notebook here. Now for me, I already have these programs. That's why you can see it's requirement already certified. But let me know on your end, anyone who is working well, is installing.
Mine is telling me like the command is not found.
It's not found. When you type pip, let me give you the command. Use the exact command. Let me see. Pip install notebook. Also check on the spelling pip install notebook. Try again with that command. If it works, you let me know. If it fails, also let me know.
Still not working.
Oh, so I think that the reason, do you have Python in your system? You install
Yeah.
Python.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can now see the issues or maybe the problem there. For example,
Yeah.
like the old versions of Python, the latest version when you install, it comes with that package PIP. It comes
Yeah.
with that package PIP,
Yeah.
but I think the old versions don't
Yeah.
come with that package. So there's a long process to install it separately,
Yeah.
separate, for example, PIP documentation. So there's a lot of process, for example, to download the package, and then you go to add into the environment variables so that it may work well. I think it can be it can be a big process. So what you do, just download the latest version, then it's going to come with that package, and I think it will be much easier than installing that PIP separately. It's going to take you a lot of time.
Okay.
You're using which version of Python? 3.11.
Wait. Yeah. 3.11.
Oh, I think a 3.11 doesn't come with PIP, by default. So I think you'll need to go to the documentation and install it. And it's going to be a lot of process. It's going to be a big process. It's going to be a lot of process here. You and the young guys, you are just new to commands. So you can see the commands that you are given here is going to be, hectic. So I think that the easiest way for you is just to uninstall the old version, including its launcher. Then I go to the official Python website, then download the latest version.
Okay.
All right. Any other question? Anyone who has managed to install the notebook?
Mine is installed.
It is installed on your end.
Yeah.
Great. That's wonderful. Now, because now you are good with commands, so what you want to do, let me not use a long process, but what you go, navigate to your directory, navigate to where you want to have like the project for data science. So for me, I've just created here folder, an empty folder called Eldohub. It's just an empty folder. Let me delete this unused Eldohub. And if you're using Windows, just navigate here, click here the path, then just type here Jupyter Notebook. Just type Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook. You see how it is written, Jupyter space notebook. When you hit enter, then it's going to open that Jupyter notebook in your default browser. But for those who are using the different operating system, I'm also going to show you how you can do that. So it's going to open here the Jupyter notebook. And so this is the landing, this is the home of that Jupyter notebook. But let me show you also for those who are using different operating system. So what you do, provided you know the directory where your project is. Now let's go to, let me open this folder so that I may be guided where the directory is. So let's assume that the folder is here at the desktop, but we want to use the command to navigate there. So what you do, you open your command line tool, be it PowerShell, command prompt, any other terminal. And then what you do it like this: cd, then a desktop. You can see for me it has begun from my username, because of this username is who is managing like at the desktop these folders. So these folders are these users, so I don't need to specify it. So I can just say a desktop. Then now, because we want to navigate into, we are using the forward slash. So remember, when you want to navigate back, you use the backslash. Back, is it the back tick or a backslash, something like that. So if you want to navigate into, you use the forward slash. So desktop, of which is the root, and then forward slash, then at the folder that you want to navigate into. Like for example, if it's Eldohub, then this way is going to navigate to this direct here in the inside of the Eldohub. In the inside of the Eldohub, then here you can just type Jupyter notebook. We just type Jupyter notebook, Jupyter space notebook. And then when you hit enter, then it's going to open again that Jupyter notebook in your default browser. Are we together up to this point? Remember, for me, I've used desktop. I don't know which directory you are placing your project or stuff, but that's the general guidance. For example, if it were documents, I just say cd documents. And then if you're using a Mac OS, you understand how you are directly, the folders are placed so that you can easily navigate to them and to those folders. We just use the command cd. And to make a new directory, the command, you know how to do that, mkdir. Then I specify the folder, and then it's going to create a new directory. So let me know if we are together up to this point.
So up to the point where I have
Yes.
installed 3.2, I will install down to version 3.12. So
Yes, yes.
to install, well, we use the command pip install
Notebook.
or not. So we just go to that direct command prompt or
Yeah,
to a folder.
yeah. You can go to your command line tool, be it command prompt or a PowerShell, but any command prompt, any command line tool, then I just type pip install notebook.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other question? By the way, you don't have to raise the hand because I can't see when I'm in another tab, because we don't have someone who can moderate here. I can't tell. So if you have a question, just tell me. Don't raise the hand. Any other question? Everyone is okay up to that point?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So now to access the new notebook, or maybe to create here a notebook file at that directory called that I've just created here, Eldohub, I can just click here on the new. You just click here on the new, and then I use Python 3. You select this Python 3, then IPy kernel, you click on this one, Python 3. Don't open any other, just use Python 3, the first option. This one is to create now the notebook, Jupyter notebook. So when you click on it, then it's going to open here a new directory, a new like it's going to open it in a new type. Now the notebook itself, and that is now the interface of the notebook, And here at the top, instead of this untitled, you can just click on it and then give it a new name like a Python. Then you can easily rename like that. So let me know if we are good up to that point.
Would you please repeat kindly?
Up to from where?
From the Python 3 something.
Okay, so from yes,
The tab with
on this same tab here.
Hmm.
Yeah, what you do, you click here on the new. You see this button new. You click on it, and then you click on Python 3. You selecting this drop down, you select this Python 3. So when you click on it, then it's going to open here a new tab with an empty with a new notebook. Have you understood?
yeah.
And then, for example, I said if I want to rename, you can click here untitled. From that untitled, then you can say, for example, Python or any other name that I wish to use. Or let me just use data science. Then it will be renamed. So now this is where now you can basically, these are the pages, these are the interface. I think we shall understand them as we go on, but I don't want to waste a lot of time to explain what each tab contains and does. But what you need to know is that this stuff here, they are called the cells. Like for example, this space where you have an empty field. So this is where now I can write here my Python programs on these cells. And to create here a new cell, you can just click here on the plus, then it's going to create here a new cell. If you want to delete, you click on the X, then it's going to delete. If you want to duplicate, you just click. For example, let's assume that I have something here. Then if I want to duplicate, okay, I need to copy first. I think that this is the duplicate part. Or you copy, or this is copy, sorry. This is copy. Then another one is to paste. So for example, if you want to duplicate the cells, and if you want to run, then you are going to use this command. But before I proceed, let me know if we are still together. I'm not going to write here a lot of programs. In this intro part, I don't want you to hate Python at the start, but I want to only show you like how you can write like some Python programs. So first of all, up to this point, are we still on board? Are we still together? Any question, concern? Yes?
On my end, imekataa kufungua hiyo Jupyter.
Jupyter Notebook. Okay, are you able to share your screen? Are you able to share your screen?
Yeah, let me try to share.
All right. I think I need to stop first of all. Let me see. How do I stop sharing? I don't know how I can stop. You are still seeing my screen.
We can see your name.
I don't know how I can stop to share. Let me see. I haven't used Zoom for some time. Anyone who has an idea on how I can stop sharing? One participant can share at the time. Advanced option. Aish. I don't know how I can stop sharing. Or can you try to share and see if it will disable mine? Okay, let me try to check this option in the, let me see. Can you try to share? Are you there?
Yes.
Actually nimeshinda kwa nini? Ku stop sharing. Oh, I can see your screen now. I can see your screen. It's nice. Hmm? Have I left the meeting? Yeah, there. I can see you already have the notebook. Or what were you asking?
Yeah.
Hmm.
See,
To open
the
it.
folder, the folder, si umetuma tukuje kwa the folder,
Mm-hmm.
then write CMD.
You can use CMD, or if you're using the notebook, you can just type there direct. You can see where you had the path.
Yes.
Where you had highlighted there. Can go there. Highlight again. Are you sharing your entire screen or a window? Yes.
Okay.
Or you
I
have a
can't see where.
sensitive thing?
Are you using the command?
No. I think you are sharing your
Uh,
window. I can't see. You can stop sharing, then I try to share. I don't know if you'll manage to stop sharing, and then I share the
okay.
entire screen. Can other people see your screen?
Um,
Another person who can confirm using Eunice. Are you able to see the screen of Daniel?
Yes, I am able.
Oh, great.
so I stopped. I stopped sharing.
Yeah, stop sharing. Then I share your entire screen. Share again
Okay.
with the entire screen. There's that option to share the entire screen.
So this here. What about Apple? No.
Yes.
Can you now see?
Yeah. I can now see. Now go to that part where you had highlighted earlier. There.
Okay.
Then I type Jupyter Notebook.
Uh-huh.
Just type Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter space notebook.
Then I hit enter.
They hit enter. Just hit enter. Is it opening?
Okay.
What does it say?
Okay.
It's opening.
Oh, yeah. 16 is open.
I think you are sharing your window. Your window. I can't see the field, but it's fine, provided it works. It's working, right?
No, it's
It's
just
up
telling me to where to download Jupyter.
Jupyter. So it means
Jupyter
that you don't
download.
have the notebook. It means you don't have the notebook. What you do, just type a pip install notebook. Open your command line tool. Then I just uh, type pip. Ensure that you are at the root directory. Ensure that you are at the C drive. Then I type. By the way, if you just open your command prompt, it will open at the C drive. then I just type pip install notebook, then it will be installed. And then I guess I want just to okay. Yeah, I can now see your entire screen. Just type for pip first of all. Okay, just type for. Do you have notebook first? Confirm. Do pip install pip in space install space notebook.
Repeat or
Just type notebook. Yeah, like that. And then I just type Jupyter notebook. Just type there Jupyter notebook. Space notebook, yeah. I think later you'll have to restart perhaps your system.
okay.
Were you the one
But
who installed the latest version of Python?
yeah, but the 3.11 was working well.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in most cases, you'll have, for example, when you install a new Python program, you'll have to restart the computer for it to be
No.
configured well. But
Okay.
because when you restart, you'll miss the class. I think you can do it later, perhaps. When you restart your
Okay.
computer, then it will
Yeah.
work fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other person who has an issue or a question, or are you okay? And I apologize. I have to do this to ensure that everyone is on board. I have to confirm first of all before I proceed to ensure that no one is.
I have a
Um, yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
I've installed my notebook, yes,
Yes.
but still I can't find it.
You can't find it there.
The notebook that I've installed.
Oh, basically, these are programs. These are not. You can't like they don't have. We don't have like the GUI to see it. Basically, you use the
Mhm.
command to navigate to open. So you navigate to you CD to where you want to open that notebook from. Then you type Jupyter Notebook. Then when you hit enter, it will open. I don't know if you are comfortable to share your screen so that I may guide you well.
Not really. Okay,
Okay.
so
Mm.
okay, I've typed Jupyter, but
Mm-hmm.
still it's saying it's not recognized as an internal or external command.
Oh,
So
did you also install the latest version of Python?
yeah.
I think also you will have to restart your computer later after the
Mhm.
lesson for it to be configured well.
Okay.
Any other person? Or you have another question, perhaps?
I'm okay.
All right. Any other person? Yeah, so the real coding itself, I thought I would begin today, but I think for the interest of time, I think will not do it today. But let me just show you, for example, a simple program, Python program. And by the way, Python is very easier for beginners to learn. So Python programs are just like a English language. I'll introduce it very well tomorrow. But this, for example, if you want to execute anything, you want to get an output here, you want to print anything like a program. Let's try to write here a program that prints 1 plus 1, that calculates 1 plus 1. So we're going to say print. So you can see this is the command or the function for executing things at the terminal. So when you just type
You can't see your
print, enter.
screen.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
You
I
Yes.
can't
can't
see your
see your
screen.
screen.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Wow. Sorry. I was here. I believe by now you will understand how to navigate to this page. If you'll follow the recording, you'll know how to navigate to this part. and I say that these are cells. You can add new cell, you can remove an existing cell, and so forth. So I said that Python syntax are just similar to English language. Like things are very, very readable. Things are much, much more readable. But there you can see now the screen.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Great, great. So, for example, if you want to get an output here, you can just type print, and then any function in Python must have the parentheses open and at the close of the parentheses. So this is the function. For example, if you want to get anything at the output, let's say we want to print 10 plus 10. So when you type print, then into parentheses 10 plus 10, and then when you click this run button, so this thing that I believe by now you guys know how to play music in your phone to stop. So these are like those players. So this one is to run. This one is to run the cell. First of all, you ensure that the cell is selected by clicking there. Then you click on the cell. Then you can see this statement is going to print out 20. So now we are getting 20. So these are what we call the integers, like for working with the integers. But if you have to use the strings, use the parentheses. For example, let's say we want to print my name is Nehemiah. Now for the strings, you can use either a single or a double quote, but ensure what you have used here at the start also it ends. If you're using the single quote at the start, also ensure that it ends with the single quote. If you're using the double quote, ensure that it also ends with the double quote. So a string is any character, anything that is character, is not an integer, is a string. So to define it, you use the quotes. We shall talk about different data types as we go on, but this is in a nutshell Python. So now if you can see something here, it means that you have Python fully set, but I'll have a proper introduction on Python in our next class, I think tomorrow. And tomorrow, guys, I want us to begin earlier. I believe you saw the outline, right? You saw the outline?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see it is much, much we need to rush. We need to rush, not really rushing, but we need to utilize the time well so that we may cover every aspect. Because at the end of it, I want to produce people who can solve the real world problems out there. So we need to maintain to stick to time. For example, if we are saying that I will be doing classes from 2 p.m., make sure that you join. You join at that time. So I know it's going to be a bit tricky, but be assured that at the end of it, you will see the fruit. So try to sacrifice your time so that you can learn, and also advantage of learning like in person you can ask questions, like you can see today people have asked the questions and all that. You can understand much better than watching the recordings. So make sure that you join on time so that we may begin that time, exact time when it reaches. For example, if it's 2 p.m., we begin at 2 p.m. so that we may cover what was for that day, so that we may move on the same page. So this is, don't mind about this program. I'm going to introduce Python tomorrow very well in the coding context. But today, mainly it was to set up the environment and a basic walkthrough on the LMS. So this is the element that we'll be using. Um, this is the learning management system that we will be using. So basically all the courses, all the classes, I'll be uploading there. Sorry, let me go to the courses. Go to the courses tab. My mouse is misbehaving. So when I go to the courses, make sure that you find this Eldohub. Basically, when I invite you, you will not pay. You can see now it's a paid, but when you are invited, then you will have access to it. You'll have access to it. And by the way, I also have Python. If you want to learn ahead, then you can just go and search for Python. Go to courses or anywhere. For example, on the home, you can as well find the Python. Let me see if I can find it. Python. Let me see. It's not here. So go to the courses page and search for Python. By the way, I also encourage you to do this so that when you begin, you may not get new things a lot. Like if you have gone through like some topics, it will be much easier like to understand. So search for Python. Then there's this Python. Python, but this one is more beginner based, but you'll understand more in case you want like some reference. But I remember everything I'm going to provide in that course called Eldohub Data Science, of which I'll invite you. So these are data science. Sorry. So tomorrow I'll be introducing data science. I'll be introducing not data science, sorry, Python. I'll be introducing Python, and so once you complete, you can click on the complete and the next. Then it's going to go to the next topic. And sorry, my internet is a bit slow, so my system, it has a lot of programs here. That's why it's a bit slow. So when you finish, it will tell you the progress, and you can go to the next thing, and so forth. So you will also understand more. But I remember everything. I'll be teaching from scratch. But if you want to go ahead, then you can go to this platform. Then you're going to have access to it. But I think in that group where we are, you can send me your email so that I can invite you to that course. And also the YouTube. I'll be providing also the recording on YouTube. I'll provide the recording on that LMS, but also it's available on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search for NameTech. Search for NameTech. I usually pronounce NameTech. I don't know how you'll pronounce this one, but NEHMTECH. If you'll need the link, I'll provide the link. And then what you do, you go to. I'll provide here a new playlist. I'll provide a new playlist here for you guys. It will be private. It won't be accessed by other people. It will be private. So, and by there I also have previous courses. If you just want to learn anything in tech, on web, and all that, you can learn. But I encourage you like to have a specialization so that you may not have a lot of tech things on your head. So I'll provide here, I'll get also a playlist, then I'll share with you. So you'll be finding the previous recording on the YouTube and also on the LMS. So everything will be provided. Any question up to this point, or I end the lesson? You have a question? And also for example, if you want to ask anything, it doesn't have to be on these sessions alone. For example, if we are on the group, you can just ask there. We'll still provide you with answers. Also, some people here who are good, who have understood, can also help and all that. So it doesn't have to be necessarily to the session so that you ask a question. You can ask anywhere. You can also ask me privately. You can ask in the group, anywhere. We are available. Any question up to this point? I don't know if this recording will be accessed. Let me stop.